Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I get this look. It's just the look that I wear pretty much every day to work. If you are interested in seeing this, then please just keep watching. Thanks! Okay, so to start off, I'm using my Hard Candy Glamouflage Light Concealer, and I'm just going to use this as kind of an eyeshadow primer today. So I'm just putting that all over my eyelids and then just kind of buffing that into my skin. It's also going to cancel out any veins or like purple colors or anything like that. Then I'm just grabbing this like cheap dollar store powder just to kind of set that so that my eyeshadows will blend into it. It's just by LA Colors. And then I'm going to be using my Meet Matte Nude palette today. The first color I'm going to grab is a mixture of that white and the yellow color, and I'm just going to kind of buff those under my brow bone. Next, I'm grabbing that kind of peach color called Matte Sing, and I'm just going to put that, kind of using it as a transition shade, just going to kind of start off with that in my crease, and that's just going to give kind of a gradient between under my brow bone and my eyelid. So I'm just using a big fluffy brush and just kind of buffing that all into that whole area. This can just be pretty sloppy just because it's a really neutral color. So next I'm going to be grabbing just that brown color, and it's Matte Rosin, and then I grabbed a little bit more dense and smaller of a brush since it's a little bit darker of a color, and I'm just going to concentrate that just a little bit more into my crease and just kind of define that area a little bit more. And laying down that first color is really going to help this second one just blend out and look really seamless. Just kind of the more colors you can throw in the mix and the more that you can throw on your eye and blend out, the more seamless and blended everything will look. And I always keep that big first fluffy brush just really right there and handy because it's just nice to kind of go in after every step and just kind of buff and blend things out so that it looks just really seamless. So then I'm taking that darkest color, Matte Wood, and then just this teeny tiny pencil brush, and I'm just really carving out a crease. I guess I'm making a crease. I don't really have a very strong crease, and so to kind of give that illusion, I'm just going to put some really dark brown just kind of in that really concentrated area, and then I'm going to blend it out, and that'll just kind of give the illusion I have a crease. And to blend it out, I just grabbed a little bit more of that little bit lighter brown, the Matte Rosin color, and just kind of for the same reason that just, I don't know, two colors together will just kind of look more blended and more seamless than just trying to blend out one color. So it's just nice to kind of have neutrals close by to blend out your eyeshadows. Even with like dark smoky eye, just whatever. It's nice to just blend out colors with neutral colors. So I'm grabbing just that matte white color, Matte Malloy, and I'm going to just kind of brighten up my eyelid area. It just got a little bit like overtaken with the blending and stuff, so I'm just kind of putting some brightness right back into that area, and I'm just using that flat brush and just laying it on its side. I'm also putting a little bit of that into my inner corners. And then we're going to just move right along to eyeliner. I'm using the L'Oreal Gel Liner. This is such a creepy shot, but I just started off by tight lining my upper waterline, so just right under my eyelashes. That really helps me kind of make my lashes look a little bit thicker and fuller. So then I'm just kind of zooming through this. Let me know if you want me to do like an eyeliner video where I'll really like zoom in and kind of give you better shots of what I'm actually doing. But I'm just kind of doing a thin line along my eyelid and then just winging it out at the end, and then I just kind of go back through and thicken the wing. And I think this is the most flattering eyeliner look for my shape of eye. It just kind of helps make my eyes look a little bit more open and awake and just bigger, I guess, when I wing it out. So I pretty much wing out my eyeliner every day. Now, obviously do your own preference, but that's what I like to do. So then moving along to my face, I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer and then a mixture of the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation along with that Hard Candy Glamouflage. And I really like to mix those two because the Glamouflage is like a really full coverage foundation, which, as you can see, I've definitely got some blemishes and stuff that I want to color, that I want to cover, excuse me. So I want to use that for the full coverage, but it's really oily. And so then I like to use that Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation just to kind of mix in so it's not quite as oily. It gives it just a more natural matte finish. So then for concealer, I'm just using the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, and it looks like I'm putting on a ton, but it's a really, really lightweight concealer, so it just really blends out easy, and a lot of it just kind of comes off on the sponge, so it's not nearly as crazy probably as what you're expecting. But anyway, so I'm just putting that in the usual areas, under my eyes, down my nose, and then I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with my little sponge. So I actually wanted a teeny bit more coverage under my eyes, and so I go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Under Eye Circle Eraser, I think is what it's called, and just put a little bit more of that on too. And then I'm going in to set all of this with my Revlon Age Defying Powder. I think it's just in the color Light. And I start off with my sponge just to kind of get some product on there. And then I go in with this fluffy brush, and that just kind of helps get rid of any excess and just kind of set it in and really press it into my skin. So then for the rest of my face, I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and then I'm using this little powder puff. And I don't always use a powder puff, but I like it for when I'm trying to get really a lot of coverage out of my powder. If I have if my skin's doing really well and I don't need a ton of coverage, I just need it to set my face, then I go for like my kabuki brush to set up. So then I'm going to move straight on and curl my lashes, just kind of the same thing I always do, and then put some mascara on. Today I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, which I'm really, really loving. However, it kind of dries out fast, so you kind of have to, like, I've added a little bit of baby oil and just kind of stuff to keep it, like, wet and to prolong its life, I guess. And then I'm just going to go straight on to filling in my eyebrows. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. Pretty much what I do every day. If you want to see this more in detail, I have a whole video on how I do my eyebrows. So then for my lower waterline, I'm using the Jordana, sorry I forgot to show up, but just this Jordana Nude eyeshadow pencil. And it'll just kind of make my eyes look more open and just kind of bring some brightness right there, just to kind of make them look more awake, and I don't know, I just like, it makes them awake and bright. So then for under my eyes, I'm going back to that same palette, and I'm grabbing that matte rosin color. It's just kind of like a gray color. And I'm putting that, just kind of buffing that and blending that under my eyes. And it's just going to kind of create a shadow and make my eyes look a little bit bigger. So that's why I like to just do that. Nothing too crazy though, for work, I guess. So then I'm putting on a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. And again, that really helps my eyes just kind of look open. And of course, since the mascara's out, I'm going to throw a little bit more on my top lashes too. Never have too much mascara. So then to contour, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild contour palette. I'm just grabbing that darker shade, and I'm kind of just running the typical contour spots right under my cheekbones. That's the major areas that I like to contour kind of on the daily basis. So this is really where I contour. I'm not necessarily bronzing right now, but I like to just run that along my cheekbones, and then I also like to run that kind of down the sides of my nose. Since I give other parts of my face color, I like to not neglect giving my nose a little bit of extra color too. So then I just grabbed my Wet n Wild bronzer, and it's just a matte bronzer, and it's a really warm tone, and it's in the color Toast to You, and I just like to blend out my contour with this color. Kind of the same idea I talked about when blending out like your eyeshadow, of blending out colors with other colors. So I just really like to blend out my contour with that. So then for blush, I'm grabbing this, my favorite one. It's by Milani, and it's one of the rose blushes. It's in the color Romantic Rose, and it's just like a natural peachy color. I just really love it for every day. It kind of goes with any eye look, any lip look, so I really love this blush, and I'm just blending that onto my cheekbones and also a little bit up kind of on my temples, and I always put a little on my nose. So then for lips, I'm grabbing the Icing Matte Lip Color. It's in the color Mauve. I do really like this color, and actually I really like the formulation of the lipstick too. It's really matte, which my entire face is matte today. I really like doing all matte looks, but I felt like it was a little bit too like peachy coral or something. I don't know. I wasn't totally into the color for this day in particular, so I do go back in with a NYX matte lipstick in the color Shy or Timid. Just this one right here. I absolutely love this lipstick, and I just put it on top, and it gave me the color I was really after, which I guess was just a really kind of nude rose color, dusty rose color. So then to finish off my look, I'm using my Icing Oil Control Makeup Setting Spray like always. And then here is a little snapshot of my final everyday look for work. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye!